Outdoor Classic. We are at the Buffalo River Works in Buffalo, New York. It is a balmy 24 degrees outside. We are in a pavilion, but exposed to the elements. It is awfully chilly. Game should be started here in just a few minutes. The Zamboni just cleared the ice. Team should be coming out in just a few, and we will get a warm-up period and then game start time. I will be muted until then, not because they're playing music, but just because I don't want to make extraneous noise while I am here. This is the first game for the 19U team. The 14U team lost a heartbreaker this morning with a score of 1-0 versus the Niagara Falls Rapids 15U Canadian team. I am not 100% sure if these two teams have faced each other before. If they have, I don't have that information off the top of my head. Here's hoping for another great game today. The 19U team will also be playing again this evening at 10 p.m. local time. That is 10 p.m. Eastern. I have the name for that, but I don't know who it is off the top of my head. So I will announce that at this evening's game once I have that information in front of me in a convenient manner. In the meantime, we are getting ready for puck drop here. This is the Queen City Royals 19U versus the Steel City Selects. I believe this is a 19U team, but it could be 16U. I don't know all of the details. Teams have taken the ice. The Royals are, I'm assuming, the home team. They are wearing white. They will start the game moving from right to left. The Steel City Selects are the away team, and they will start the game moving from left to right. Steel City Selects are wearing black. Royals are wearing white. We are just about set for this game. There's a couple minutes of warm-up period left. Referees getting the nets set. And then we will get this game rolling here. Just looking at everybody, I believe everybody is here for the Royals. So I should be able to call everything out as it happens. Little over a minute left in the warm-up period. We will be getting started here shortly. Yep.
Yeah, no, we played earlier today and unfortunately lost. So the only game I won't be able to get is your second game tomorrow because we're playing at whatever the other arena is at basically the same time. Like we're at 8 o'clock or something like that. And you're at 8 something. But yeah, but I won't be able to get tomorrow night's game. But I can get tonight's game and tomorrow the first game. So...
All right, teams collecting the pucks. We are just about ready for game start time. 14 minutes on the clock. I don't know if you can hear any of the Pittsburgh players shouting below me. I don't know what all my mic is picking up. But pucks are being collected. Teams will have their pregame huddles, and then we will get this game started. Again, if you're just joining us, Royals in white are the home team. They will be moving from right to left for the first period. And the Pittsburgh Steel City Selects are in black as the away team. They will be moving from left to right. Pittsburgh breaking their huddle first. Royals now breaking their huddle and skating over to the bench. There is a tray running along this balcony here, so the very close edge on the near boards is just slightly out of reach or out of view. There's nothing I can do about that. I do apologize, but when the play is directly beneath me or along these boards here, I just can't see it. So I will call it as it happens, but there's no real good way to get to it. Pittsburgh getting their starting lineup out for the game. Royals still in their huddle at the bench. O'Brien is going to start this game today in net for the Royals. Royals will get out Burns, Corcoran, Kerwin, Dyke, and Ruse as the starting lineup for this game. Teams are set and we are ready to go. To the near side, played into the Royal zone, collected by Dyke in her own end. She will play it out to neutral, intercepted by the Selects, played back in, but number 82, that is Skull for the Selects, was offside by a step on the near side of the play. Draw will be on the far dot, just outside of the Royal zone. No changes for the Royals for this faceoff. Ruse wins the draw to the outside. Burns gets a stick on it, but then gets pickpocketed. Burns returns the favor, knocks the puck back to the boards. Played to the middle, intercepted by Corcoran, and she gets out of the zone, charging up the near side. Corcoran gains the select zone, moves against the near boards. Puck gets taken away and then played to the far side, where the Selects will exit the zone. Kerwin runs into her own player, giving the Selects a chance to get into the Royal zone on the near side. Play on the near boards, knocked back out to neutral. Player gets dumped below me. Puck comes loose, bounces into the middle of the ice. Broken up and now moved into the Royal zone. The Selects step to the near side, cut to the middle, shot! Smothered by O'Brien, who does not give up a rebound. Draw will be to O'Brien's glove side after the cover. Royals will have Stackley, Leah, Everling, Hooker, and one other that I can't see. I think Stackley just got tossed. Shipman is the other defender. Sullivan now out. Leah wins the draw to the near side. Played up the boards, held in the zone. Played into the near corner. Battle still on the near boards in this near corner. Play push to the front of the net. That was blocked aside by O'Brien. Played to the far boards. Sullivan gets a stick on it, plays it forward. Two Royals players run into each other. Puck held in the zone. Turning into the far circle, stepping below, moving to the middle. Shot blocked by O'Brien. Played back to the far point. Dumped across. O'Brien got a stick on that one. Puck played into the near corner, pushed up the near side boards, and that will come out of the zone. The Selects recollect and move across the blue line, getting back on side. Selects move in on the far side, broken up by Sullivan. Puck played behind the net. Selects collect, pass to the front, misses everybody. Eberling gets a stick on it. She gets tripped on the way out, and that is going to be called. Royals to go on the power play after the inadvertent trip by the Selects. Nothing malicious behind that one, just a stick in the wrong place at the wrong time. Draw is going to wind up in the Selects zone. This will be to the Select goalie's stick side. Royals power play unit is going to be Burns, Ruse, Corcoran, Kerwin, and Dyke. .11:48 left in the first period. There's a little discussion with the ref at the timekeeper's box. The penalty shows a minute 50. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Now it shows a minute 30, and we are set to go. Draw one to the outside, tipped forward into the corner by Corcoran. Drop back to Kerwin at the point. Kerwin collects, moves to the middle, shot. Smothered by the goalie, who does not give up a rebound. Draw will be on the same dot. No changes for either team. 1:23 left in the advantage for the Royals. Draw one to the outside, but that's off the ref skate. Held in by Kerwin at the blue line. She passes across to Dyke. Dyke floats it deep. That is well wide. Ruse gets a stick on it first, played behind the goal. Burns moves the puck to the near side, drops it into the corner for the cycle. Corcoran holds there, drops the puck to Burns. Burns collects at the point, turns to the middle, takes a shot. That is tipped on net. Ruse gets a stick on it. Puck drifts towards the goalie, and she will cover before a second shot could happen. 58 seconds left in the advantage for the Royals. Royals keeping their same team out. Ruse wins the draw to the near side. Drop back to Kerwin at the point. Kerwin holds, gives the puck to Corcoran. Corcoran on the near side passes across to Dyke. Dyke holds there, gives it forward to Burns. That was behind Burns. Hammered up the far side. Dyke slows it down, but that drifts over the blue line. Royals have to tag up. Dyke collects in her own end. Moving to the near side, she passes up the middle. That's going to miss everybody and drift all the way down. Icing waved off by the back judge. Corcoran gets to it first. That is sent on net, and the goalie covers with... Who's that? That was Ruse charging in her face. That wasn't really a shot on goal. It came from behind the goal line, and the goalie just scooped it up and hung on to it. 33 seconds left in the man advantage for the Royals. It is Shipman, Steckley, later, Boyette, and Tripp. Draw one back by the Selects, played into the far corner. Later got a stick on that. It bounced to Steckley. Steckley can't hold the zone. Chipped back in by Boyette. Played immediately back out, preventing an offside whistle. Hammered up the far side boards. Now collected by Steckley. She chips it ahead. That misses later. The Selects collected in their own zone and pass up the middle of the ice. Broken up by Shipman. Royals tag up. Puck gets played in on the near side, dumped into the corner, and given away in the corner. Boyette knocks the puck back deep. Selects get to it first, played to the near side. Shipman holds the zone, bouncing puck. Now swept out to neutral, where Steckley will collect, and that is going to do it for the power play. Play left in the middle. Steckley breaks the play up. It's sent to the far side. Boyette collects and now charges forward. Boyette in with Tripp to her left. And later behind, sent to the middle, and that's going to miss everybody and go into the near corner. Tripp slows things down there, pass back to Sullivan, and Sullivan gets her pocket picked on the way out of the zone. Charging up the near side, Selects step into the zone, Dyke back to defend, shot, smothered by O'Brien, who does not give up a rebound. Draw will be to O'Brien's stick side after the cover. Ruse to take the draw with Martinez and Barnes as the forwards. Draw one to the outside, played away from Dyke, but she gets a stick on it, gives it to Martinez. Martinez passes to Ruse. Ruse gets it through. Puck drifts into the Select zone, blocked at the blue line, and now hammered forward up the far side. That is going to go all the way down. Icing waved off for some reason. Sullivan turns it back into the far corner for Ruse. Ruse hammers it through the forward, but it bounces to a Select stick. Ruse intercepts and now moves up the far side. Her pass to the middle missed everybody. No one knew it was coming. Puck drifts all the way down and will be collected behind the net by the Selects. Poked to the side of the goal. And the goalie got enough over it that the ref lost sight, and she gets the whistle. We're going to give that shot to Ruse. I'm not entirely sure who took it, but I think she was the last one to touch it before the goalie got it. Ruse wins the draw to the outside. Barnes chips it back into the circle. Selects get a skate in the way of that and move behind their net. Martinez steps forward. Puck bounces to the far side, now hammered up the middle. That was tipped by the defender, and the ref waved off icing again for some reason, even though it was not touched by the Royals. Shipman gets her pocket picked and then recollects on the far side, knocked away to the boards. Selects hold the zone, now hammered out by Barnes. She collects and charges in, one-on-one, being chased from behind. Barnes moves to the far side, shot, smothered by the goalie, who does not give up a rebound. Draw will be to the Select goalie's glove side after the save. Leah to take the draw for the Royals. She has Eberling and Hooker as her wingers. Will draw one back. Dyke chips it forward, recollects, plays it to the middle. That winds up on Leah's stick, and she hammers the puck into the near corner. She recollects there, but over skates, collected by the Selects. Eberling pokes the puck free for a second. Bouncing puck now collected by number 16 for the Selects, who skates out of the middle of the zone. Moving into the Royal zone, drop back to the point, pass back to the middle, and that was a little too hot to handle. It went wide before a shot could happen. Played to the near side, held in. That shot doesn't make it through. Turnaround is hammered in from point blank. And the Selects score first with 8:11 left in the first period. Draw hammered forward by the Royals. Chased down by the Selects in the near corner. Tipped to the middle by Everling. That is intercepted. Played out on the near side. Puck sent ahead. Dyke sends it back out of the zone. Leah with a stick lift. She knocks the puck to the far side. Chasing it over. Hammered forward by Steckley. Puck will drift all the way into the Selects end. Rattled around. Collected by Dyke off the near boards. She plays it back into the zone, but the Royals were offside on the play. Offside draw will be on the near dot just outside of the select zone. Ruse with Burns and Corcoran as her forwards, with Kerwin and Sullivan on defense. Ruse wins the draw to Corcoran. Corcoran back to Kerwin. Kerwin ahead to Ruse. Ruse tips it wide and then chases it down herself. Burns now steps in, plays it through, chases behind the net. Puck gets hammered around, slowed down by Corcoran, but recollected by the Selects, who charge up the near side. Selects through neutral into the Royal zone. Play on the near boards, held out of the point, and then hammered out of the zone by Ruse, recollected by the Selects directly below me, and now passed across their blue line. Burns forward to pressure, puck sent up the far side. Kerwin breaks the play up. Ruse chips it forward, chases it down, but loses it at the Selects blue line. Selects turn up the middle. That is stolen by Ruse. Ruse gets her pocket pick, and Burns now collects in the middle. Burns into the zone. She runs into two players, but the puck goes on net. And there is a whistle. And they're going to call the Selects for a rough on against Burns. So the Selects go to the penalty box, and the Royals now get their first power play. Burns got hammered on the way through, and they called the contact. Power play unit is going to be later Boyette, Tripp, Shipman, and Dyke. Draw one back to Shipman. Shipman takes a shot, and that is swallowed by the goalie, who does not give up a rebound. Draw will again be to the goalie's sixth side. Tied up off the draw. Selects play it forward. Broken up by Tripp, but the puck trickles over the line. Played back forward. That missed Boyette. Hammered back out the middle of the ice. Selects skate into the Royal zone 1-on-2. Moving across to the near side. Shot just misses the far pipe. Played back to the middle. That was tipped wide. Recollected by the Selects behind the net. They move into the near corner. Selects battling behind the Royals goal line, shorthanded. Puck left behind, stepped on, and then Dyke clears it into the corner, where later sends it back around for Shipman. Shipman into the near corner. Puck played up the near side. That comes over the blue line and now collected by Boyette. Boyette charges across the ice, dumps it ahead. That was behind later. Collected by the Selects in the far circle in their own zone. They slow things down, then dump the puck up the far side. That is going to go, and Dyke did not play it, but could have, and that caused the icing to be waved off. Dyke turned up the near side, pass up the middle. Martinez chips it forward. Collected by the Selects. Martinez couldn't hold it in the zone. Selects move up the far side. Pass blocked by Steckley, bounces straight to Ruse. Ruse charges back in on the near side. Ruse tries to get around the defender. Moves in, centers, blocked behind the net. Ruse recollects, pass in front. Martinez could not get that on target. Play sent deep. Martinez chasing into the far corner. Puck hammered out. Ruse blocks it down, but the second effort gets through her, and that is going to do it for the power play. Puck sent back into the zone. Selects past the puck to the near side. That misses everybody and went into the open door on the bench below me, and we get a whistle. Oh, no, they called too many men. The Selects get called for too many men on that pass, and the Royals go back to the power play. 5:12 left in the opening frame. Royals on their second power play in a row here. Draw one towards the middle. Martinez gives it to Kerwin. Kerwin Her pass is blocked. Second effort is chipped back out of the zone. Shipman will collect at center. Her lead pass is intercepted. Played forward on the far side. Shipman breaks things up. Puck gets hammered deep into the Royal zone. Selects collect there. Knocked away by Shipman. Kerwin can't get to it. She shoulders the player into the boards, and Barnes rattles it ahead. That is hammered forward by Martinez, but it's going to go all the way for an icing on the Royals with 1:05 left in the power play. Draw will be to O'Brien's stick side after the icing. Leah, Dyke, Eberling, Steckley, and Hooker out as the squad for the Royals. Draw one back by the Selects, hammered forward. That goes wide of the net to the far side and bounced to the near half boards. Played into the corner, pushed up the near side. Shot from distance is going to miss well wide to the far side. Hooker can't get to it in time, but it bounces straight to Dyke. Dyke charges up the middle of the ice. Puck swept away. Selects hammer the puck to the near boards. Played back into the Royal zone, one-on-one, and blocked shot. Puck bounces to Eberling. Eberling out of the zone on the near side. Eberling dumps the puck ahead. No icing on the play. Puck played by the goalie. Rattled to the far side. That got through Hooker. Dyke forward. She breaks the play up on the half boards. She holds the zone and now gets some help from Hooker. Puck sent to the middle, but intercepted by the Selects, who skate out of the zone. Moving to the far side, Hooker sweeps the puck away initially, now recollected it and moving in. Play to the middle. Stackley got in the way of that. O'Brien sticks the puck behind the net. That's going to count as a save. Puck played behind the cage. Pushed towards the front, intercepted by Leah, but she could not hold on to it. Puck dropped into the corner, and that's going to do it for the man advantage for the Royals. Play in the corner. Outlet pass intercepted. Hooker hammers it off the boards, but it doesn't go anywhere. Knocked out by Leah, and the Selects will control at their blue line. Puck played up the near side. And I'm not sure what the call was there, but the draw is going to be all the way back in the Select zone. Draw one back by the Royals. Sullivan plays it across to Kerwin. Kerwin tips it forward. Burns races over. She gets there first. Her centering feed is blocked. She prevents the outlet pass. Puck held in by Kerwin. Kerwin dumps the puck deep. That is tipped into the corner by Ruse, but intercepted by the Selects. Play in the circle. That is behind Corcoran. Corcoran misses the poke, but the puck winds up on Sullivan's stick. Sullivan's pass blocked. Corcoran drops it back to her. Sullivan across ice. That will be collected by Burns. Burns hammers the puck forward. Collected by the Selects deep in their own zone. Rattled around to the near side. Broken up by Corcoran. Her shot is blocked by someone in front. Corcoran holds the line. Second effort doesn't make it through the bodies, but Ruse pickpockets. Moves in. Shot does not go. Selects rattle the puck to the near side. Corcoran tips it off the boards. Centering feed blocked by a body. Ruse gets to it first, drops it to Corcoran. Played back to Sullivan. Sullivan forward to Corcoran, but intercepted and now played across ice and out. 2-on-1 developing for the Selects. 2-on-1 into the Royal zone. Kerwin breaks the play up on the boards. Puck trickles into the corner. Kerwin comes back, shoves the player down. Puck winds up under the bodies. Still in the pile, now kicked into the corner and played out by Ruse. Ruse gets it to Burns. Burns gets it to Corcoran. Corcoran gets her pocket picked, and Burns couldn't return the favor. Selects turn back to the Royals end. Play dumped in. Sullivan will collect deep in her own zone. Sullivan turns back to the near side. Plays the puck forward. Collected by the Selects in neutral. They turn back into the Royal zone. Moving to the middle. Shot. Misses the near pipe by just a couple inches. Play on the near boards. Play still on the boards. It comes out to the circle. Selects step into the slot. Now to the far point. Burns battling there. Puck dropped to the high slot. Shot doesn't make it through the bodies. Kick back to the high slot. Now pushed to the near point. Shot from distance off of Sullivan. Skates and into the far boards. Burns gets to it first. Sends it up. That was just behind the defender, and they waved off icing for that. Played by the goalie in her own end. Shot up the far side. That is collected by the Selects, but the inlet pass is blocked, and Sullivan gets to the loose change. Sullivan behind her net to the near side, pressured by number 13 for the Selects. Puck played up the boards and out. Battle directly below me where I cannot see what's going on. Select step away with it. Pass to the far side into the Royal zone. Broken up by Steckley. Play in the far corner. Centering feed blocked by Escape. Bounced back into the corner. Steckley gets a stick on it and now swept out of the zone by Later. Puck bounces all the way down to the Select's goalie who plays it to her defenseman. Play in the far corner. Passed up. Outlet pass blocked by Later. Later blocks the second one. Tries to drop it to Shipman, but that is intercepted by the Selects who skate out of the zone on the far side. Shipman pressuring. Being chased from behind by Tripp. Puck winds up in the Royal zone. Dumped into the far corner. Played by Later. She hammers it off the inboards to the near side. Play on the near boards. Battle on the near side. Now hammered out of the zone. That is going to go all the way down. But it was touched last by the Select, so no icing on the play. Played behind the net. Boyette breaks things up. Selects turn back to the near side. Hammered up the near side boards. And we get a whistle as that puck touched somebody underneath me. And it was, that was the end of the period. That's what the whistle was. End of one. We are down by one. The Selects have a score 1-0 over the Royals back after the break. Selects breaking their huddle first for the second period. We're just about ready to start. Royals move the puck into the Select zone. Shot by Shipman is blocked by the goalie who hangs on to it. Draw will be to the Steel City Select goalie's stick side. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. I don't know why the stream went down, but the app just crashed on me. Leah to take the draw for the Royals. It will be to the goalie's stick side. One into the corner. Centering feed by Eberling, blocked up in the air. Sullivan holds the zone. Puck bounces to Leah. It winds up on Eberling's stick. Shot blocked. And now played out by the Selects. Pressured by Eberling. Puck winds up on Shipman's stick. She hammers it back out of the zone. Turned back to neutral by the Royals. Eberling charges forward. She can't get to it in time. Puck played into the Select zone. Eberling gets hammered into the boards, and the Selects will collect. Selects move into the corner. Step behind the goal to the near side. Passed back out the far side of the ice, and the Selects will move to the Royals' end. Selects into the zone. Slowed down by Shipman. Puck played into the corner. Shipman tries to reverse back into the corner. Puck knocked away from her. Leah turns around to collect. Puck played to the near side. That bounce, Eberling ran into Leah, and the puck comes out of the zone, but on the Select stick. Selects play the puck back to the near side. Held out of the zone by Sullivan. Played across. Lead pass blocked by Eberling. Puck bounces to the near side. Knocked forward by Leah. Held out of the zone. Puck bounces to Eberling. Eberling dumps the puck into the far corner. Collected by the Selects. Passed out the far side. That was tipped forward. It is going to drift towards the net. That was not quite on target. Turned away by O'Brien. Played back behind the goal line. And kept there by Sullivan, who controls. Sullivan to the near side. She hammers it forward. That was behind Burns. Puck comes out of the zone. Charging up the near side. Burns into the Select's end. Her shot blocked by Escape. Bounces back to her. Centered. And Corcoran could not put that on target. Puck played back to the near side. Ruse over to challenge. Puck played into the corner. Ruse moves behind. Passes to the front. That is intercepted. Dyke holds the zone. Puck bounces to Ruse. Ruse with the puck in the circle. Shot blocked by the goalie. Stick loose. Bouncing puck. Knocked forward, played to the circle, and now collected by the Selects. Selects forward into the Royal zone. They rattle the puck around, and most of them go for a change. Poked forward off the boards. That bounces to Steckley. Steckley turns up the ice, passes the puck forward to Later. Later tips it in. That is going to go on goal, and the goalie plays it safely to the outside. Corcoran knocks it back in. Hammered on net by 50 is Hooker. Or sorry, no, Later. Puck played forward on the far side now. Settled down by Steckley. Steckley hammers the puck up to Corcoran. Corcoran tips it forward. Boyette charges over. Corcoran gets a stick on it first, knocks it into the Select zone. Number 51 for the Selects back in the corner, passed up, bounced to the middle of the ice, and now charging ahead in the middle are the Selects. Selects into the zone, 2-on-2, played wide by Dyke. Dyke wins the battle, puck trickles on net. Kerwin knocks it free and collected now by Tripp. Tripp up the middle of the ice. Tripp plays the puck wide to Boyette. Boyette leaves it for Tripp. Tripp gets to it in the corner. That is pushed to the front, sticked away by the goalie, bounced to the high slot, held in by the Royals, now played to the near side and charging out of the zone. Selects play ahead into the Royals end. Sullivan got in the way of that shot. It winds up in the far corner. Kerwin keeps the puck in the corner. Selects collect there. Bounced free by Sullivan, played by Tripp. Bounced to the high slot. Shot from distance, kicked aside by O'Brien. Puck played on the near side, now collected by Sullivan. Sullivan forward out to neutral. Played back ahead by the Selects, hammered back out. That is off of Martinez's skate. Martinez gets her pocket picked. Selects charge up the near side and fall down on the play. Martinez winds up on top of her for a second. Puck held in the zone. Shot just missed. I don't know if O'Brien got a piece of that or not, but we're going to give it to her. Played out the far side. Later gives it to Ruse. Ruse into the zone. Ruse behind the defender, pass to the front, hammered to the outside by the defense, and the Selects will collect and move out on the far side of the ice. They gain center, hammer the puck deep into the Royal zone, and the Selects go for a change. Play in the near corner. Selects step away with it, centered, and the shot goes in from the back to front play. And it is now a 2-goal game with 8:19 left in the second period. Ruse to take the draw for the Royals. Draw played forward by the Selects. Knocked free by Shipman. Puck winds up on the near boards. Played at the blue line, still outside of the zone, tipped forward by Martinez, but she couldn't hold on to it. Bouncing puck collected by Sullivan, pass across to Barnes, that was too hot to handle. Selects collect at their blue line, dump it into the Royal zone. Steckley will collect behind her net, moving to the near side. Her outlet pass blocked, played back into the corner by number 15, that is Moss for the Selects. Played behind the goal line. Select steal, pass to the near side. That was tipped through and now collected by Martinez. Martinez chips it out of the zone, chasing down on the near side. Martinez can't hold the zone. Puck dumped back out to center. That was tipped away. Ruse gets on the play. Puck left behind. Shipman knocks it forward. Martinez charges over. She breaks up the play. Recollects on the near side. Moves into the zone. Martinez tries to get a shot away. Puck drifts behind the net. Select preventing a shooting opportunity there. Played back out to neutral. Dyke overskates, now recollects. Dyke dumps it into the Select zone, but that's blocked down. Now played back out on the far side. Puck bounced off the boards, just out of reach for Leah. Played ahead. Kerwin breaks the play up, coming over the blue line. No call there, as Kerwin had all of her... Oh, no, the ref does have his hand up on the backside. Kerwin had all of that player's stick. And with the touch-up by Dyke, are they going to take 1-1 here? They are. After the play, one of the Selects players whacked a stick out of the Royals' hand, and so it is going to be one each. So Moss for the Selects and Kerwin for the Royals are both going to sit in the box for a minute and a half and think about what they did. And this draw should be back in the Royals zone. It is still 5-on-5 because it's coincidental penalties. So, end result is just two players will think about what they did. They're going to put this draw just outside of the zone. Draw one back by the Royals. Drop to Dyke. Dyke mishandles it. She dives and knocks the puck free to the near boards. Push towards the net. That was blocked behind by the players. Sent up the middle of the ice. Collected by the Selects. Moving in. Shot does not make it through all the bodies. Bounced into the far corner. Centering feed goes all the way across to the near side. Hammered towards the net. That bounces to the far side. Everling shouldered off the play. Puck sent back deep. Leah into the corner to chase. Puck rattled around to the near side. Selects play it up, and that is hammered out of the zone by Hooker. Icing waved off, and number 4 for the Selects. Can't believe she had to go get that. Played up the far side. That is held in by Sullivan at the far point. Played forward. Hooker can't get to the puck in time, but it bounces to Sullivan. Sullivan dumps it deep. Played to the near side. And the puck comes out of the zone on the near side. Played forward by the Selects. That is passed to the middle. That connects. Stepping across the ice, number 82 for the Selects. Moves to the near side. She tries to center. That is blocked. Play rattled around. Leah took a huge swing at one of the players. That's not called. The whistle is because the net is off its pegs. Draw will be to O'Brien's stick side after the whistle. 5:44 left in the second period. Draw one back by the Royals. Played by Steckley. Steckley chips it forward. That misses Burns. Hammered back in to the zone. Played into the circle. Shipman breaks the play up. She runs into a Selects player and knocks her over. No call. Shipman turns behind her net to the far side. Shipman up the far side of the ice. She skates through neutral. Steps wide to the near side. Cuts back to the middle. Shot! And the goalie had to make an awkward save there on Shipman's shot from the slot. Draw will be to the goalie's glove side after the save. Ruse wins the draw into the referee's skates. Selects will collect the loose puck, skating behind their net. Pass around. Corcoran got a stick on that, slowing it down, but the Selects will tip it to the point, and that drifts over the blue line, and now collected by Ruse. Ruse to Burns on the near side. Burns, her lead pass is blocked. Second effort gets it forward. Ruse can't get it into the zone. Turned back out by the Selects, charging ahead. Shipman chips it forward, but it winds up back on the Select stick. Selects charging the zone, swept away by Steckley. Played to the near side. That is held in the zone now. Second effort comes out. Shot bounced off of Corcoran's legs. Played to the near side. Hammered forward and now dumped deep. Puck played behind the net. Selects hammered up the far side. They connect with the cherry picker, but Sullivan slows things down, and the puck comes free to Dyke on the near side. Dyke collects center zone. Passes out the near side. That is going to trickle towards the goal. Goalie steps out, plays it. Pass forward by Tripp, but it is not on target. Hammered out of danger by the Selects. Played to the far side. Sullivan holds the zone. Tripp plays it in the corner. She tries to get it back to Sullivan, but can't get through the defenders. Played up. Sullivan steps up, holds the zone. Puck played through. Tripp charges into the corner. She's not going to get there in time. Hammered back ahead. Knocked off the boards. Knocked forward by Boyette. Collected by Tripp. Tripp gets her pocket pick. Puck bounces to Sullivan. Sullivan to the near side. That's intercepted. Now played by Later. That goes across to Tripp on the far side. Tripp gets knocked off the puck and held in by Sullivan. Turned forward by Boyette. She passes across to Later. Later's shot is blocked by the goalie. Play still in the zone. Later takes a shot. That does not make it through the bodies. Bounces wide. Collected by Boyette. Boyette drops the puck. And that bounces over Sullivan out of the zone. Dumped back in. Royals tag up. Selects collect deep in their own zone. Shot up the far side. That's going to miss everybody and go all the way down for an icing. And we will get an offensive zone draw to the Select goalie stick side. It has warmed up to a blistering 25 degrees. Ruse to take the draw. Draw one to the outside. Ruse gets to it first. Puck swept into the point and now out of the zone. Selects charge forward. Moving into the Royal zone, wide on the far side. Shot blocked. It's loose. And the ref lost sight of it and blew the whistle. That was not covered at the time, but a fortunate whistle for the Royals. And the draw will be to O'Brien's glove side. Royals changing one player, Dyke now out. Ruse to take the draw with Barnes and Martinez. Draw one, that bounced through Barnes. Selects collect. Number 13 turns to the far side, played by Ruse. It's knocked into the corner. Battling on the inboards now. Centering feed bounced off the outside of the cage. Knocked free by Dyke. And now Martinez charges up the near side. Martinez forward. Passes it into the zone. Played away from her. Collected by the Selects. Selects move to the far side. Martinez can't get the poke on. Ruse runs into the player. And the puck gets cleared out. Collected by Kerwin. Kerwin's lead pass is blocked, but it bounces to Ruse. Ruse into the zone. Ruse wide to the near side. She takes a shot. That's blocked by the goalie. Puck played around. Pushed to the front. Knocked free by Martinez. Puck trickles out of the zone. And the Selects will collect and charge into the Royals' end. Played wide to the near side. They step around Steckley. Moving in. Shot blocked by O'Brien. Play behind the net. It winds up on Steckley's stick. Steckley hammers the puck ahead. That's tipped out of the zone by Martinez. And the Selects are going to go for a rough. Royals to get another power play here. I will admit I did not see the penalty because I was looking in the wrong direction. Draw will be to the goalie stick side. Ruse, Burns, and Corcoran as the forwards. Puck left behind, collected now by Corcoran. Corcoran turns in the corner, holds, plays it behind the net, pass to the front, broken up, shot by Corcoran, blocked by the goalie. It's loose, it winds up behind the net. Played to the far side. Ruse takes a shot, that is blocked by a body. Corcoran gets it behind the net. Passed to the front, bouncing puck collected by Burns. Burns' shot is blocked in front and skated to the blue line and held in by Burns. Puck knocked deep. Hammered up the near side, held in by Steckley. And Ruse absolutely runs over a player in the corner. Refs keep their whistles in their pocket. Puck played up the near side, chipped out of the zone. Steckley will wind up with it. And we're going to get a whistle as Burns collects another couple penalty minutes for the Royals. And we're going to be 4-on-4 for 45 seconds. I think they called a rough on her, but I looked away for just a second and missed the signal. Draw to O'Brien's stick side to start this 4-on-4. Again, 45 seconds of 4-on-4 play. Draw one back by the Selects. Shot from distance is off of Hooker's stick. Kerwin hammers the puck behind the net to the far side. Selects overskate it, recollect at the point, hold there, dumped up the far side. That misses the forward and rattles behind the net. Kerwin collects. She dumps it behind. That's intercepted by the Selects. Broken up by Kerwin on the near side, and Kerwin moves up the ice. Kerwin charges up the near side. Kerwin still with the puck. She gains the zone, but loses the puck in the corner. Selects collect. Dumped up the far side. That will come out to Shipman. Shipman dumps it forward. Played back into the zone. Now right back out. Selects dump it into the Royal zone. Selects are going to get there first behind the net, moving to the near side. Kerwin sweeps the puck into the corner. Power play now for the Selects. That shot is blocked aside by O'Brien. Played to the far side, rattled up the far boards, held in by the Selects. Hooker can't get a stick on it. Selects take a shot from distance. That is kicked aside by O'Brien. Played back deep, 23 seconds remaining. Shipman steals behind. Hammered out, held in at the point by the Selects. Dumped back deep. Number 15 for the Selects plays it up the middle. That is collected, and the shot does not go. Kerwin gets to the loose puck after the fan. Dumped out on the near side. That is slowed down in front of the benches. Now played right back into the Royal zone. Pass across, moving in, shot, goes over the net at the buzzer, and that is going to do it for the second period. End of 2, score is 2-0 to the Selects. Back after the break. Ref just blew the whistle to get everybody out for the third period. Teams back to their original side. The Royals in white will be moving right to left, and the Selects in black will be moving left to right. Royals now breaking their huddle. Starting lineup for the third period is going to be Martinez, Barnes, Ruse, Dyke, and Sullivan. Ruse to take the draw. Draw one back. Dyke over skates. Collected by the Selects, but they run into Dyke. Puck trickles into the zone. Recollected in the circle. Shot goes across the blue paint. That wasn't really a shot. It was more a centering feed. Puck played on the near side. That went in. That was blocked in front by Sullivan. Recollected. Centering feed blocked by Ruse. Ruse turns to the near side. Played forward. And that hits Martinez, but she ran out of real estate. Ruse knocks the puck free. Sullivan collects at center. Turns to the near side. Sullivan into the zone. Sullivan dumps the puck in. Slowed down by the goalie. Hammered away from Sullivan on the near side. Ruse collects. She tries to play the puck through. She gets knocked down on the play, and the Selects will gain possession. Played up the near side. Sullivan blocks, but then loses the handle on it. Played into the zone. Pushed towards the middle. Martinez tried to break it up. Shot blocked by O'Brien. And then played out of the zone. Martinez couldn't get to the loose puck. Played to the near side. Martinez gets to it first. Hammers it into the zone. Gets mollywopped trying to come over the blue line. And the Selects are going to go for a ref as Martinez gets absolutely hammered off of her skates. Power play had basically just ended for the Selects. Royals to go on the power play. Boyette, trip. Later as the forwards. One back, drop to Shipman. Shipman lobs that in, and that bounced into the goalie's glove. And the goalie hangs on to it. Draw to the goalie, stick side again. Boyette ties up the player, puck drawn back now, played across the ice by the Selects. That bounces out where Kerwin will collect. Kerwin gets her pocket pick, but the Selects can't gain a handle on it. Played to the near side in the Royal zone. Selects jump on it first in the corner. Hammered to the near side. Shot from distance, misses the net and rattles all the way to the half boards. Later shovels it to the middle of the ice. Collected by the Selects, dumped back into the Royal zone. Played forward by Shipman. Puck comes out of the zone. Battle on the near side. Dropped back by the Selects. Pressured by Boyette. Puck played away from her. Held in by Tripp. Tripp tries to give it to Later. Can't connect on the pass. Puck hammered to the far point, and Kerwin can't hold the zone. Kerwin steals. Steps back in. Kerwin on the far side, pressured. Kerwin gets the puck deep. It will drift behind the net. Tripp gets to it first. Tripp collects in the corner. She gets run into. Puck left behind. Swept ahead by the Selects. Now knocked back deep. Selects will control behind their net. Boyette forward to pressure. Puck played away from her. Dyke holds the zone. Recollects. Dumps the puck deep. Selects get to it first behind the net. Rattled to the near side. Puck will come to the point, and that bounces off of Steckley and out of the zone. Steckley drops the puck back, and no one was home. The Royals were changing. Selects get to it first. Dyke hammers the player down, and she is going to go for a rough as the power play ends. And now the Selects will go on a power play as Dyke absolutely bodies one of the Selects players. Draw will be to O'Brien's glove side to start this penalty kill. PK unit for the Royals is going to be Ruse, Corcoran, Burns, and Sullivan. Draw one into the referee skates, now dropped back to the blue line. Dumped up the near side by number 25 for the Selects. Held in the corner, played behind the net. Pushed to the far side, broken up by Burns. Burns couldn't get a stick on the bouncing puck. She takes a player out. Puck winds up underneath her. No call. That could have been a trip. Shot in. That is blocked by Sullivan. Sullivan has the puck bounce out. That is shot forward, but off of the back of Corcoran's leg. Played into the zone. Sullivan breaks things up on the near boards. Play still in the corner. Sullivan's outlet pass blocked. Puck bounced away by Burns. Collected now by Ruse. Ruse moves up the near side 2-on-2 with Corcoran to her right. Puck knocked free. Hammered back into the Royal zone. Sullivan gets to it. Played across the ice. Collected. Shot. Tipped in front, and O'Brien had to be big. Played up the far side, and Burns steps past one. Moving in one-on-one into the zone. Burns steps wide to the near side, cuts around, moves to the front. Shot! Blocked by the goalie, who then jumps on the rebound with Ruse crashing. "20 seconds remaining in the advantage for the Selects on the Dyke penalty. Draw will be to the Select goalie's stick side. Leah to take the draw for the Royals. She wins the draw back, but it's intercepted and charging out the middle of the zone. Broken up and hammered deep by Shipman. Play goes behind the net. Shipman gets to it first, but gets her pocket pick. Select centering feed is blocked by Shipman, and Shipman plays it forward, but not out. Number 13 for the Selects moves across the ice to the near side. Pressured by Leah. Puck dropped back to the point. Power play is over. And there was a whistle, and the refs are talking. The Royals are going to go for too many. And Hooker is going to sit this one for the Royals. So the Selects back to the power play with 9:44 left in the game. I am surprised at the number of too many men penalties, considering that it is almost impossible to get them at the youth level. Draw one to the near side. Collected by the Selects. Drop to the near point. Shot from distance. Kicked aside by Shipman. Puck bounced into the corner. Selects collect there. Drop back to the far point. Held there. Played away from Eberling. Selects cycle on the far side. Drop back to the point. Stepping in on the far side. Eberling pressuring. Dropped away from her. Back to the point. Eberling pressures. Puck drifts to the middle. And Leah couldn't quite get a stick on it, but Shipman skates away with it. Shipman to the near side. Now dumps it out of the zone. collected by the Selects at their blue line. Selects charge in on the near side. Puck rattled deep, and Kerwin will collect. Kerwin chips the puck off the boards. It goes to Eberling. Eberling holds, plays the puck to the near side, and the Selects will collect in their own zone. Selects pass across, played at the far point, hammered across ice to the near side. Steckley is going to get to it first in the corner. Steckley turns. She gets shoved down from behind, and the refs immediately blow the whistle. And Steckley is down in the corner. Refs having a little discussion here. I think they're deciding if this is going to be a 2 or a 5. Steckley is up and moving to the bench under her own power. So that is going to wipe out the remaining 28 seconds in the power play to the Selects. Refs still having a discussion. They're putting another player in, so that's going to be at least a 2 and 10.
Why do you always throw my phone?
So it looks like it's going to be a minor and a misconduct. Draw is going to be to the Select goalie's glove side. Puck won back by the Selects. 4-on-4 hockey for 24 seconds. Held in by Dyke. Dyke pressured. She gets hauled down. Puck on the boards, drop back. Sullivan collects out of the blue line. She takes a shot. That goes just wide of the far pipe. Hammered out of the zone. That bounced off of the player, so no icing on the play. Dyke back to collect. She knocks it through the Selects player, shovels the puck ahead, and collected by Martinez. Martinez up the far side of the ice. Hammered into the zone, but that was stopped at the blue line. Royals are offside on the play. We are now in power play time for the Royals. 57 seconds of man advantage for the Royals. Draw will be on the dot, on the far dot, outside of the Selects zone. Forwards are going to be Boyette, Later, and Tripp. Boyette wins the draw to Later. Later into the zone. She loses the handle. Boyette chips it back to her. Later returns it to Boyette. Boyette tips it wide of the net. Hammered to the near side by the Selects. They charge over to get to it first. Selects played away from Tripp and hammer it down the ice. That is going to go all the way down, but no icing on the penalty kill. Dyke back to collect. She turns up the far side, shoveled ahead. That comes out of the zone. Later plays it across to Tripp. Tripp into the zone. Tripp gets the puck knocked off her stick. She gets played into the boards. Battle there. Puck played off the boards, and the Selects will turn it back to neutral. Knocked away by Sullivan, now dumped deep. And Dyke back to collect off her own inboards. Dyke plays it up the far side. Later mishandles it. Played to the middle. That is collected by Sullivan. Sullivan gets her stick lifted. Now gets the puck to Tripp on the near side. Tripp with Boyette into the zone. Her centering feet doesn't have anything on it, and then just missed. Sullivan chases the puck down. She gets to it on the far side. She chips the puck into the bodies. Bouncing puck collected by Boyette. Knocked deep. Collected by Tripp. Tripp centers, but no, white jersey's home. And now hammered out of the zone on the near side. Burns breaks the play up on the near boards. Collected by Sullivan, dumped ahead and intercepted by the Selects. Selects play it to the far side out of the zone. Selects across. Burns breaks the play up. It winds up in the skates. And now played out of the zone by Ruse. collected by the Selects. Ruse forward to pressure. Played up the far side. Ruse knocks the puck free and recollects. Played forward to Burns. Burns into the zone. Burns steps to the near side. Puck swept to the boards. Burns collects, centers. That connects to Ruse. Ruse's shot is hammered home. Ruse from Burns. And the Royals are on the board, ruining the Select goalie shutout with 6:24 left in the third period. One goal game now with 6:24 remaining. If it is tied at the end of regulation, I don't know what happens. Tie up off the draw, kicked forward by Ruse, now played ahead on the near side. Shipman chases the puck down in her own end. Shipman behind the net, moving to the far side. Puck shoveled ahead, bounced off the boards, broken up, drifts to the middle. Kerwin knocks it forward. Corcoran overskates. And the Selects collect and just dump the puck in. Puck rattles all the way around to the far side. Shipman gets to it first, played off the boards. Shipman recollects, hammers it out on the far side. That is going to drift all the way down and go for an icing. Sun has come out this afternoon. Draw will be to O'Brien's stick side after the icing. The referee just threw out some of the people up here on the balcony. I don't know what that was, but draw one back by the Selects, dumped into the corner, hammered off a skate, cleared out of danger by Kerwin. Puck played on the near side. Played out of the zone. Selects collect at center. Played back on the near side. Now pass across the ice. Dyke forward to pressure at the blue line. Stepping around her. Shot is off the outside of the cage. Hooker tries to move it to the near side. Behind the net. Players falling down in the corner. Puck comes free and Kerwin will collect. Kerwin moves to the far side. Kerwin moves up the ice on the far side. Puck gets slowed down by the snow. Now played ahead. And the Selects move it back to the near side. Overskated. Eberling breaks the play up directly below me. Puck played forward, intercepted, now passed to the middle and into the Royal zone. Play to the middle, shot kicked aside by O'Brien and past the defender. Played to Eberling on the near side. Eberling into the zone. Eberling shot just missed. Play on the near side. Held in the zone. Centering feed intercepted by number 4 for the Selects. She turns away from Ruse back into her own zone. Hooker breaks the play up. Puck sent to the near side. Eberling knocks the puck free. Selects drop the puck back and then hammer it up the far side. Sullivan gets to the loose puck first. Chipped forward for Ruse, and Ruse one-on-one into the zone. Ruse, now Martinez comes in. Ruse sends it forward. Martinez can't get to it before shooting. Centering feed, that goes off the outside of the cage. Hammered around by the Selects. Shipman steps forward. Bouncing puck, swept to the point, and that will come out to neutral. Charging ahead. Selects move into the Royal zone, but the puck is just out of reach. Sullivan dumps the puck ahead. Play on the near side. Held in by the Selects. And there's a huge collision in the corner. And Barnes is going to go. That was really out of sight for me, so I didn't see exactly what happened. Oh, it looks like they're going to take 1-1. I think the referees are just trying to calm everything down. They took both for a rough, so draw will be on the near dot just outside of the Royal zone. Still going to be 5-on-5. 3:51 remaining in the third. Boyette later and Tripp. Boyette wins the draw, but gives it away. Played into the zone. That is bounced into the air. Shipman slows things down, knocks the puck to the near side. Tripp Hammers it forward, but not out. Still in the zone. Second effort comes over the line. Boyette couldn't get to the loose puck in time. Later knocks the puck forward and then goes to chase. Later into the corner. Selects get there first. Selects turn away from Later. Now move back up the far side. Played across to the near side. That was just out of reach of O'Connor for the Selects, and that goes for an icing. Draw will be to the Select goalie's stick side after the icing. Controlled back by the Selects into the corner. Tripp knocks it free. Tripp steps back. Centering feed comes in front. Later directs it on net. That is kicked aside by the goalie. Played to the near boards. Intercepted by Tripp. Tripp sends it ahead. That gets through, and Later couldn't get a stick on it. She gets slowed down. And the Selects are going to go for a hook there. That could have gone either way. Could have been a hook, could have been a hold. So the Royals to have a minute and a half power play with 2:59 left in the third. Ruse, Corcoran, Burns, Dyke, and Kerwin draw one back. Dyke steps forward. Shot is scooped up by, not scooped up, played to the inboards. Past Corcoran on the near side. Played to the middle. Kerwin knocks it forward. That drifts on net, and the goalie is going to cover it this time. I apologize on the previous shot. I did not see who took it. Draw will be to the goalie's glove side. Refs having a little discussion. Now we're set. Tie up off the draw. Ruse knocks it free for a second. It winds up in the corner. Hammered up. That is blocked by Dyke, but it drifts over the line. Kerwin collects at center. Fans on the lead attempt. Now charging ahead. Held up by Kerwin. That is going to drift in. Play to the near side. And the back judge is going to call that. And that's going to wipe out the power play time on the hook. So both of the 82s that were in the penalty boxes for each team are now out. They were waiting for the next whistle. We are going to play 4-on-4 for a minute 3 with 2:31 remaining. Ruse, Corcoran, Burns, and Dyke. Ruse collects. That is hammered out of the zone. Corcoran blocks the lead pass. She chips it forward, but it bounces straight to Ruse. Ruse charges ahead on the far side. Ruse into the zone. Puck swept into the corner. Ruse chases down. Centering feed goes to Corcoran. Second effort is in the goalie's equipment. Carolyn Corcoran with 2 quality opportunities. Just could not get it through the pads of the Pittsburgh goalie. Draw will be to the Select goalie's stick side. Tie up off the draw. Now controlled by the Selects. Corcoran chasing to the far side. Puck left behind. Ruse can't get to the loose change. Played up the middle. Number 7 for the Selects plays in. She moves through but can't get a shot away. Played to the near side. Dropped back to the point. Played to the near side. Shot blocked down in front by the Selects. Played to the far point but held in. Rattled behind the net. Burns slows things down. She gives it to Dyke on the near side. Dyke plays the puck forward. That is held in by the Selects. Shot kicked aside by Corcoran. Hammered forward, but not out. Play still in the zone. Now dumped deep by the Selects. Play behind the net. Burns rattles it to the near side. And then goes to chase. Sent up the middle. That was tipped away by Ruse. Now given to Corcoran. Corcoran runs into Ruse and loses the puck. Number 13, that is Werner for the Selects. Turns up the far side. Skates into the zone. Drops the puck to the near point. Played back to the middle. That's broken up by Ruse. Ruse out of the zone. Puck gets swept wide to the far side. Ruse charges forward and then gets shouldered off the play. Puck in the far corner. Play forward. Ruse intercepts. Turning towards the net. Drop to the front. Shot by Corcoran is blocked by the goalie. Played to the far boards. Ruse in the corner. She overskates. Selects, collect, and play it up. No power plays anymore. Given up in the middle. Ruse overskates the puck. Can't get it away. Boyette gets to it. Puck dumped deep. Rattled to the near side. Played by Boyette. Held by Sullivan. Sullivan can't get it through the defenders. Now dumped up the middle. Tipped away by Sullivan, and Dyke will charge to the far boards to collect. Dyke plays it forward. That's intercepted and dumped into the Royal zone. Puck rattles around to the near boards. 24 seconds remaining in the game. Played to the inboards. Ruse will collect there. Ruse plays it forward. Martinez chips it ahead, but that was too far, and it goes for an icing. 10.4 seconds remaining. Draw will be to O'Brien's stick side. Boyette to take the draw with Martinez, Shipman, Sullivan, and Tripp. Draw one into the corner. Sullivan gets the puck knocked off her stick. Selects, just slow things down in the corner. Sullivan pokes it forward. Collected by Boyette. Boyette has 2 seconds. She shoots, and that is not going to make it in time. Final score of this one is going to be 2-1 to the Steel City Selects. We'll get the handshakes. Royals play again tonight at 10 p.m. We will be back here for that game. That's going to do it for this one. See everybody at 10 p.m. this evening for the